Hello. So, with the excitement around the newest Battlefield reveal, of course, the most natural thing to happen would be for an old Battlefield to explode in popularity again, which is an awesome thing, don't get me wrong, but it reminded me of something that I guess I just kind of buried deep in my want list psyche for multiplayer games. Server tick rate. Yeah, you know that thing? If you're unfamiliar, I'll give you a bit of an education. So it's the response time in which a server kind of refreshes information back to the players. Typically the higher the better. So, 30, 60, 120, 144. CSGO and Valorant are examples of very high tick rate servers, and low tick rate server examples. Call of Duty is a great one. I think it's like 25, maybe 26. It definitely cannot be higher than 30. It might be 30. So what this translates to as a player, because that's inevitably what matters. The numbers really don't mean too much unless you care about the thing, but what it translates to as a player is kind of the responsiveness. So if you ever take a shot or try to make a goal, maybe in Rocket League or something, trying to translate some different games, if you ever try to do something and you get that feeling where you're like, I know I hit that person right between the eyes, or I know I made that goal before that person stopped the ball from going in. There's a decent chance that's happening because of the server, not necessarily on the player's parts. Now, of course, you can always cry foul and say, no, I made that, and be joking and whatever, ha ha ha. But there are legitimate times in which you probably did make it, but the hardware and the software weren't communicating well enough for you to register that to happen. It's a very common thing. I love Apex. If you watched any of this, I talk about it a lot. They have pretty poo-poo tick rates. It's sub 30. And they do a lot of background voodoo, I guess I'll call it, to try to make it feel more responsive by compensating and undercompensating. There's a lot of background noise. There's a whole write-up that they decided to make because people keep asking for higher tick rate servers. So what does this have to do with Battlefield? Battlefield 4 was kind of the first game to really market the fact that there are options for this, and they gave those options to the players. You could do a 30 hertz server, 60, 120, or 144, and people were able to kind of do whatever they want. And of course, you're running a server, it's higher cost to do the higher ones because it takes more hardware, regardless. But when you play with these maps, you feel the difference. And if you have Battlefield 4, strongly recommend that you find a game with a 30, a 60, and a 120. Good luck finding 144. There's one or two floating around. But play those three and just see how the game feels. Get the responsiveness that you get. I personally, when I go back and play 4, I filter out 30. Because I think it feels, how do I describe it? Swampy is how I would describe it. Like you're just kind of trudging through mud and your bullets are kind of like, yeah, I hit it. Okay, tick marker. It doesn't feel good at all. Battlefield 4 came out, in 2013? And I don't think anyone's made that big of a deal about it since. So fast forward to today, and we have things like CSGO and Valorant that run at 120. I believe, might be 60. Check that and edit it in whatever's correct. but they are highly competitive, and when you get hit, you feel like you get hit, and when you get a hit, you know you earned it. Like, you catch those quick shots. I think that more developers need to focus on this, because it is the feel of a game that inevitably gets people to come back and continue to play it. If it feels like poop, they're probably not going to want to continue to play with poop. And it's just a simple, gross, disgusting metaphor, but it works. I hope that they focus on this on 2042. I don't know if they have or not, like, talked about it at all. Not to my knowledge, not anything that I have seen. So let's hope they say something. You know, rent servers would be really cool for them to kind of focus on the tick rate again. But I just want to give a personal message to developers. I know you're trying to do like magic and stuff in the background and all that good stuff to try to make things feel smoother. And I know it's not just as simple as, you know, cranking the dial up to 60 or 120. But just try, instead of coming up with a laundry list of reasons why we don't just do it. A game in 2013 did it. There are games active right now that do it, and people love it. CSGO is extremely popular, and there's a lot of reasons for that, but it's also because of how responsive it feels. I have to admit that. It does. Just do it. You know? Just give it a shot. Okay? See what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Fails, go back to 30. Do your magic behind the scenes. Anyway. That's it for my rant. I just wanted to get that out there. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. If you don't, I want to hear that too. I want to hear your opinion, your side of this discussion. If you like videos like this, I do new rants every Saturday, so come back next Saturday. Or if you just want more content, check out my channel. Every day there's something new coming out, unless, you know, kids get in the way or something gets in the way. Life is life. But if you like the video, hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, tell a friend. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.